It's obvious. Look, this weekend is going to be a massive one for Micah Parsons. Hell, this week has been a massive one for Micah Parsons. And why, you ask? Well, of course, Sunday Night Football. He's making his return to AT&T Stadium to take on the Dallas Cowboys for the very first time since Jerry Jones traded him away. So I'm going to break down what he had to say and why it's such good news for the Green Bay Packers going into this ball game and his mindset going into Sunday night's matchup against Dallas. Don't go anywhere as well, because we've got a Micah Parsons stat that we're going to get into probably, Gage, 5 minutes from now that you will not believe. Okay? So sit tight, hang in there, and we got a lot to talk about. So the good news today, Micah seems incredibly focused and level-headed going into this matchup against the Cowboys, which I think is fantastic news for Dallas because given Micah's history over the last couple of seasons, I think this was going to be in question going into this game, right? I love Micah, okay? I think he's one of the, if not the best defensive player in this game, but also at the same time, there have been times over the past 4 years with Dallas, where he's kind of been a head case every now and then. Made some decisions, said some things off the football field that kind of make you scratch your head, kind of make you upset if you were a Dallas Cowboys fan or in the Dallas Cowboys front office, and he's had absolutely none of that with this week. If anything, it feels like he's more focused, level-headed, and clear-headed than he's ever been. He's going through a lot of emotions. It's obvious. I cannot imagine being traded away from a place you wish to get drafted, a place you wanted to stay your whole career, and then what? A month and a half after you get traded, you go back, play that team in their home stadium. He's doing a very good job, okay? Very, very good job of keeping level-headed and focused. He knows what the mission is. He knows what the goal is. He's not going to let what's happened in his life personally affect his mindset or his play on Sunday, whether it's good or bad. Of course, he's been asked about it all week long, and he said there's a lot of things that I could consider disrespectful through this process. This is talking about the fact that they're not going to give him a video tribute. But I wouldn't say the tribute is one of them. I would say I just think there's hard feelings, maybe for them. But for me, I'm happy where I'm at, and we got a really good football team, so I guess I can receive my tribute and then win, I hope. He just needs to go out there and be himself. And I think this is the one thing I'm worried about when it comes to Micah Parsons playing in this game, is that he's going to go out there and try to overcompensate. He's going to try to go out there with the mindset of, I need to get 5 sacks to prove to them that trading me away was the biggest regret that Jerry Jones should ever have. That's really the only thing I'm worried about. But everything we've heard from him this week makes me confident in the fact that he's just looking at this like it's just another game. Obviously, we're going to know 100% when you're in between the white lines, when you're in that 53 1/3. No one knows before that. You can talk all you want. But I think the good news that we have today, going into this week 4 matchup, is that he's focused and he's got a really good mindset going into it. Coming up, okay, don't go anywhere. You have to see this Micah Parsons stat. I saw it today on Twitter, and I was like, okay, we got to talk about it. It's going to blow your mind. So don't get anywhere. Something that's blowing my mind is how you guys continue to make this channel grow. And I am so thankful for that. We are getting closer to 13,000 subscribers. In fact, we're only 131 subs away. Do you want to be a better and more informed Green Bay Packers fan? Do you want entertaining coverage daily? Do you love the Green Bay Packers? If you answered yes to all those questions, then you should subscribe. It's free to do so, and you get a Packers show every single day in return. Help us get to 13K by subscribing. So did you know that Micah Parsons has the highest pressure percentage among edge rushers in the National Football League in 2025 at 21.8%? Now, that's an awesome stat, but that's not really the crazy part, okay? He's been unbelievable so far. The tackles don't necessarily mirror it. The sacks, 1.5, good, don't necessarily mirror it either. It's the pressures and it's the pressure percentage that I am most impressed with. But the thing I'm actually most impressed with is he has the highest pressure percentage among edge rushers in the NFL, but he's been double teamed at the highest rate of all edge rushers in the National Football League at 18.3%. So although he's been doubled more than anybody else in football. He's also pressured the quarterback more than anybody else in football. This is why Rashawn Gary has been so dominant this season. Now, I love Rashawn Gary. I think Rashawn Gary is a hell of a player. But Gary's off to an unbelievable start, a career start in 2025. And part of that is, of course, he's phenomenal. But I think a big part of that as well is a lot of teams have to focus a lot of their efforts on Micah Parsons. Hell, he's being doubled 18% of the time, and Gary's benefiting from it. 13 tackles, 4.5 sacks, 13.9% quarterback pressure rate. And did you know that with the 4.5 sacks that he's got this season, Gary's the first Packers player to lead the NFL in sacks since Clay Matthews did in 2012. It's been 13 years since you've had an edge rusher or defensive player have as dominant of a start as Rashawn Gary has had this season. Top of the leaderboard in sacks, 4.5, above Myles Garrett, above Brian Burns, above Muhammad with Detroit, above Byron Young, above Harold Landry. Let's just save you the time. He's above everybody in the National Football League. And what's so cool is, like I said, you're seeing that Micah Parsons effect. The 2024 pressures through week 3. Last season, Lucas Van Ness had 3. Rashawn Gary had 6. They had 9 combined pressures through 3 weeks last season. This season, 11 for Van Ness, 13 for Gary. Van Ness has more just himself than those two did combined last year. That's the Micah Parsons effect, y'all. That's what that is. Everybody is eating. And Micah is a big reason because of that. So yeah, his numbers, sack-wise, tackle-wise, they might not boast the biggest numbers across the National Football League. But what I do love about them, and what I love about him, is that he's drawing so much pressure to himself, everybody else is getting their fair shots at the quarterback. This team, will they have over or under 54.5 sacks in 2025? Will they have 55 or more? Basically, that's what I'm asking you. That is a high number, but I think with how they're trending, I think they can do it, okay? Give me an over or an under in the comment section down below. We got an awesome deal for you guys, and the cool thing about this one is, with the code LATTE, you can get this hoodie for even a bigger discount than you originally could. The thing about this code, though, is it's only going to last the next 48 hours, okay? It ends Saturday night, so take advantage of it while you can. Code LATTE, when you go to chatsports.com/Packers hoodie, gets you this Packers hoodie for just $40, okay? I made it super easy for you. You don't even have to memorize the link. I put it in the comments. I put it in the description. All you got to do is click, use code LATTE, and you're checking out for just a $40 hoodie, okay? Chatsports.com/Packers hoodie. That's where you got to go. Take advantage of this deal, whether you're getting it for yourself, a friend, a cousin, aunt, uncle, dad, mom, child. I don't care. Just get it. So we're going to wrap this thing up with yesterday's injury report. This came out late last night after practice. And let's just say it might be quicker for this team to list the players that weren't injured than to list the players that were. Because on the did not participate list, you got Aaron Banks dealing with that groin. Obviously, he exited the game against Cleveland. Javon Bullard dealing with a concussion. Zach Tom exited the game against Cleveland after one play, is dealing with an oblique injury. The limited participants, and there's a lot of them, Anthony Belton, Carl Brooks, John Fitzpatrick, Josh Jacobs, Tucker Kraft, Micah Parsons, Rasheed Walker, and Devontae Wyatt. All were participating in practice yesterday, but still found themselves on the injury report because they were limited. Full participants who still find themselves on the injury report because they've been on it for the last couple of weeks, Nate Hobbs, Jordan Love, and Bo Melton. Okay? The health of this team is already in big question. And I think going into this season, everybody, myself included, were a little bit bummed out about the Week 5 bye week. It's very, very early. However, now I think we're looking at it and saying, man, it might be a really, really good thing that you're getting the bye week when you do because of all the injuries that you've got on your team. Let's talk about the team we're playing. Deron Bland, Tyler Booker, Jaquezi Bridges, Trayvon Diggs, and CeeDee Lamb all found themselves on the injury report. Bland and Bridges were limited participants. Booker, Diggs, and Lamb did not practice at all. We already know that Tyler Booker and CeeDee Lamb will not be playing. Trayvon Diggs, I feel like he's going to be a game-time decision. Bridges and Bland, I feel the same way about. Bridges, I would lean towards him playing. Bland has not played since week 1 when they took on the Philadelphia Eagles. And so, actually, he might have even gotten hurt before that. I think he got hurt in the preseason, actually. Yeah, he did. Regardless, DaRon Bland, I think he's going to be a game-time decision as well, which would be huge because their secondary, it already has a lot of big question marks. So without their best player continually, that's going to be big for this team. That's going to do it for today's show. Make sure you like this video, okay? If you want this team to get fully healthy. Improve that health bar, right? Every single like makes it go a little bit more towards 100%. Appreciate you guys for joining me today. Make sure you guys get me on social media, at Joey Petersen8 on Twitter, at Joey Petersen8 on Instagram. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you're still watching, make that change right now.